Hello, beautiful boys and girls. This is Mrs. D. I haven't seen you all in a while, but I am still here. I hope that you all are having a beautiful, blessed year in school thus far in this new normal. Well, today I have a special treat for you. I am going to be reading to you my book. Yes, Miss D has written a book, and there's two more on the way. But the first one I would like to read to you is called Happy Town. Happy Town, and it's by me, Mrs. D, and my beautiful niece, Brie Lachelle, did the illustrated pictures in it. So I hope that you enjoy this book, Happy Town. It's about a boy named Sam who realizes that it's okay to not be happy every day. So here goes. Happy Town. And this is the cover of Happy Town. As you can see, it's by Darshelle Mister in case you want to purchase it on Amazon. And the illustrator is Brie Lachelle. And that's Happy Town. So let's get started and find out who Sam is and what's going on in Sam's life at the moment. Happy Town Elementary. Sam has a bad day by Darshelle Mister. Illustrated by Brie Lachelle. This is a story about a little boy, that was tired of being the way that everyone else thought that he should be. In the end, he taught others that it was okay to be different and to not be happy every single day of our lives. Why was Sam sick of being happy? What made him so sad? Did something happen to Sam to change his happy feelings to sad ones? Well, Sam had lost his happy because he was simply in a bad mood. What? A bad mood? Why would anyone want to wake up in a bad mood in Happy Town? After all, it was one of the happiest places on earth. Well, let's find out how a bad mood can ruin your entire day if you let it. And that is Sam. Let's meet Samuel J. Happy, but we'll call him Sam for short. This story takes place in the little town of Happy Town, Tennessee. It is a place that was happy no matter what. There was a problem though. For some reason, Sam was not in a happy mood. What? Not happy? How could this be? Being happy was the number one rule of Happy Town. Sam's body was feeling really weird and he didn't feel like smiling at all. There's Sam again. He's just in a bad mood. He was fed up with being exactly the same as everyone else and he just wanted to stop smiling. I guess you could say that he had lost his happy and he didn't know how to get it back. Sam woke up in a bad mood. Oh no, how could this be? How could anyone wake up and not be happy in the town of Happy Town? This was unheard of. The summer break was coming to an end, and Sam needed to change before the first day of school had arrived. What would he do? Would he be stuck in this bad mood for the rest of the day? Would he be able to get his happy back before it was too late? Let's find out and take a peek into Sam's life. And those are Sam's friends. The first day of school was only a day away for all of the children of Happy Town, and they were all excited. Sam had three friends that were very close to him: TJ, Susie, and Jewel. All of them were happy and couldn't wait for the first day of school, second grade. But something wasn't right. Hmm, what could not be right about starting second grade? You see, Sam was not as excited as his friends were about school or starting second grade, and they couldn't figure out how to help him. Happy Town Elementary was the only elementary school in Happy Town. The most important rule of the Happy Town school was for everyone, especially the children, to smile and be happy every single day. If you didn't show happiness, then you would have to suffer the consequences. The only problem was no one knew what those consequences were because no one ever failed to be happy until now. Hey, gang, yelled TJ. I am so happy to be starting second grade. Yeah, me too, said Susie and Jewel. But Sam did just sat in silence and said nothing. He didn't even bat an eye. It was like he had not heard anything that his friends had said. Sam, are you okay? Asked Susie. Sam just gave a fake smile and said he was fine, but she could tell something was just not right. Well, it was finally here, the first day of second grade, and every child in Happy Town wore the biggest smile that anyone could ever imagine. It was like smiles were painted on every child's face. Not Sam's. He was not happy. He did not want to smile. He just wanted to be normal, or whatever normal was. Well, as every child entered the school building, they were asked to walk through a device called a smilometer. What was a smilometer, you might ask? Well, if a child walked through and did not have a smile on his or her face, then the smilometer would sound an alarm so loud that no one could stand the sound. If you were happy, it just rang a single bell and you were cleared to enter the building. Jewel entered first. Ding! Sam, she was cleared as happy. Susie entered next. Ding! She was cleared to enter. TJ entered. And ding again. He was cleared. Next. Hello. Excuse me, said the smilometer officer. Sam just stood there in silence. He didn't want to walk in. He was afraid of what might happen. He didn't even know what could happen because no child had ever not been happy in Happy Town. Well, here goes, thought Sam. I'm just going to do it. And so he did. One step, two steps. Bong, 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 bong. The smilometer sounded so loud that the entire building shook and every child was trembling with fear. All of a sudden, Sam was zapped out of sight and no one knew where he disappeared to. Wow. As Sam came to, he noticed he had been zapped to smile detention where you were tickled until you were found happy again. Oh no, not smile detention. No child had ever been sent there. They didn't even think it was a real place until now. What was going to happen to Sam now? Who could ever see his friends again? Would he ever see his friends again? Would he turn from sad to happy? Who knew? Well, one day in happy detention turned into 1 week to 2 weeks, 2 weeks to 3 weeks, until Sam's time in Happy Town detention turned into 30 whole days. No child in Happy Town had ever resisted being happy for this long. The principal didn't know what to do in order to make Sam happy again. Sam was so resistant to the happy machine that the machine actually broke trying to make Sam happy. Susie went to Principal Brown and told him that maybe being happy all of the time was not such a good idea. Maybe it was okay to be sad sometimes. Maybe it was okay not to be happy always. Principal Brown thought to himself, maybe you are right, Susie. Let's go and tell Sam that he doesn't have to be happy if he doesn't want to and see what happens. So they marched to the happy detention room and gave Sam the news that since tickling him was not working, he was still sad that they had decided that he didn't have to be happy if he didn't want to. In fact, it was okay if he was not feeling happy all of the time. Well, you would have thought that Sam had won the lottery because when he heard this, he started to leap with joy. He jumped up and down 20 times. He giggled and turned flips all around the classroom. Yep, you guessed it. Sam was in fact happy again. He had changed the rules of Happy Town Elementary. From that day forward, Happy Town was okay with not being happy. Sam had proved to everyone that it was okay to not be the same every day of your life. He proved that one person could make a difference, and when you stand for what you believe in, then things can change. Sam made a difference for everyone in Happy Town, and the town was even more happy because of what he did. The end. So you see, boys and girls and adults, it's okay to not be happy every single day, as long as you don't let that single moment of sadness ruin your entire day. I hope you have enjoyed this story of Happy Town, about a town that was so happy they didn't know what would happen if you weren't happy. It's okay to not be happy. All right, boys and girls. And if you would like to purchase this book or have your parents purchase this book, it is available on Amazon Kindle, ebook, and Amazon for paperback books. So it's under Happy Town by Darshelle Mister. So there's the cover again, so you won't forget how it looks. And if you've enjoyed it, share this video with your friends, your parents, your grandparents, whoever needs to be happy. All right. Until next time, this is Miss D. I love you all, and I will see you next time.